It's 7:02 p.m. I just got out of the shower. Um, so one thing for people to falsely accuse me of being ungrateful of the money donated to me, you know, I never said that my GoFundMe donations wasn't enough, and or any of those donations. I never said that it wasn't enough. So people getting things twisted up. I was saying that the the landlords say that for me to try to get an apartment or something, that my Social Security money alone isn't enough for me for the qualify for the 3.5 times the rent. So you see how they try to twist around, the things that I say. But then when I call them out on the truth about the things that they say, they try to gaslight and project and lie and and try to fight extra hard to try to get revenge and try to make me look worse or try to make me look really bad or really crazy or really mentally unstable. So being falsely accused of being ungrateful about the GoFundMe donations and stuff like that, and I never even said that it wasn't enough and stuff like that. But I just made myself clear on that, they deliberately and on purpose, just trying to make me out to look like worthless trash and just trying to make me look bad any way possible. So I'm just I don't know, everything is more shocking, frustrating, and depressing. The narcissistic perps flip it on me and make it like I'm the one who's never satisfied and that I'm ungrateful and that all I do is complain and stuff like that, while they deliberately and on purpose, like you treat me less than another person, and then when I say, well, hey, that's not right that you do that, and then you call me ungrateful, So, anybody would be upset to be in this targeting program, going through what they're going through, prevented from doing it, living life and trying to do what makes them happy. And also, with everybody trying to restrict and control you. And, like even my own twin sister thinks she got control over me. But she's defenseless and scared against other family members. She couldn't even control her kids. That's why they're gone. So that's how it is. People can't even control their own kids, but they think they got the handle on me as an adult. And my twin sister act like as if she's looking after other people to control me and try to dictate my mental health. And trying to force me back into psychiatry. But you're telling people, lying to people and saying that I'm a fraud and that I'm a fake because I've exposed everybody. And it's like, I don't even know how a person's supposed to act to be suppressed from basic living. That, and even Miss Samantha tried to say something like, oh yeah, I hope that, when you die, then everybody's, and she tried to act like she was wishing for me to die and die soon. and that she hopes that everybody would talk bad about me once I'm dead, in which I know that people would not care and they would hate me once I'm dead anyway. So I'm just really confused about everything. Defending Freemasons, defending perps, and I'm still bothered. And then my twin sister and her cult followers, they just made everything worse. But Miss Amanda put words in my mouth and twisted things and falsely accused me of saying that I said that the GoFundMe was not enough money, and I never said such a thing. And I never said that the money donated to me wasn't enough. But like, say for example, if like when I was in the hotel room at the Hospitality Inn, and if I needed another night and somebody donate 20, and I said, well, in order for me to stay another night, they said that they would need $39 or whatever, but that's not trying to be ungrateful. So I mean, I mean, I do remember times when Miss Samantha would try to encourage me to reach out for help or donations. And recently with my books, I charged $2.99. She's like, well, why do you charge $2.99? You put all your work into those books. You should charge $9.99. And she made it like, well, you shouldn't sell yourself short, or she didn't say that, but along those lines. But as I said, once she's mad at me, now all her whole narrative and her whole tune has changed. Now she waits till now to try to say, oh, I always told you to be self-sufficient, when we never really had discussions like that about being self-sufficient. But I'm just trying to straighten out the lies, and while she's smear campaigning, and you're supposed to be Christian too. So if I'm a fake Christian, then so are you, and also Kimberly Harper and Pam Smith and the others, y'all supposed to be Christian and telling people to repent, but you're gang stalking and following people around and gossiping about people behind their backs, and gossiping about people behind their backs, and being a busybody in other men's matters. Y'all got y'all own sins to be pointing out and nitpicking everything I do. I mean, I know I have my sins I need to repent from. I know I'm not perfect, and I never professed to be perfect. And I know that I'm a weak Christian. I know I'm not strong. I know I'm fragile because of the spiritual abuse that I've been through, and still fighting to heal from all forms of the abuse and injustice that I've been through, that I never got closure, or I never got vindication. I never got closure, vindication, or healing. So that's another thing I'm freaking bothered by, that, But Miss Samantha think that she can freaking lie on me for revenge, and trying to bring and try, they try to make like, because they have a problem with you, that you deserve to die and you don't even deserve to eat, or you don't deserve to live or breathe, because they have a problem with you. She try to make remarks that she hoped that when I die that people are gonna. And she tries to say, oh, I'm not trying to wish nothing bad on her, but she tried to make it like God will destroy me soon. But you're the one defending Freemasons and Order of the Eastern Star and occultists and witches. I mean, they're all in the same category. I mean, I just keep expressing myself to avoid, punching a hole in the wall or something like that, when I'm already going through stuff and been going through stuff throughout the months, and something bad happening to me pretty much almost every week. And I know that I'm not on drugs. I don't do alcohol. I don't do substance abuse. Well, I guess, you know, sweets. That's about it. But I'm trying to break that habit, because I've been, depressed and stuff like that. And I'm tired of, walking around bitter and angry all the time. And the perps don't want to reconcile because the money is too good. They don't want to decide to be loving or respectful, or they don't want to any truces. They don't want to make a truce or forgive and decide to turn away from their gang stalking. And they don't think that what they're doing is gang stalking. They think that that they have the authority and the right to just comment on my every move. As I said, Kimberly Harper admits that, I've been watching her for 2 years. Like, you've been stalking me for 2 years. It's like everybody's flipping. Either been a perp or and just show their true colors, or they just turn it into perps. I'm freaking, weak and shaky right now. And people, as I said, society doesn't care about a black, disabled female, single female being on the streets. And it's not like I chose to go and sleep by the bay. I didn't have, like, when I'm on the streets, they ran me off the area and I didn't know where else to go. And I would have increased confusion being with, the homeless clique. And I've already explained the problems that I have with them, and then being targeted and stuff like that. So I'm sorry that I just keep on. I'm just, this is like a open video journal for me. For me to just keep expressing my feelings, rather than, punching my book bag or something. I'm really not a violent person. Like, my twin sister's smear campaigning and lying and saying that I'm a very violent person and stuff like that. But even when I was there in 2017, she put her hands on me, and try to force me to fight her. Try to coerce me into fighting her when I try to avoid fighting her. And then she grabbed me and called herself trying to treat me like a mental patient and try to rough handle and restrain me when I got my stuff and I left. And just abusing and taking advantage of power and authority that she thinks she has when she doesn't have any. Because she can't handle Wyatt, she can't handle Derek, she can't handle Ramona, she can't handle our Aunt Yvonne, she can't handle Pete, she can't handle Mark. But I'm the only family, she couldn't handle her kids, but I'm the only family member she got so much power and control over. She won't even allow me to try to sit down and tell her and show her the truth. And for my twin sister, so we can try to work things out and realize we've been duped and brainwashed. And for me to show her the truth, and then we can start getting along better. But the money's too good for her. The perp money is too good. And I don't know what family member or if the entire family is planning. I've heard people tell me that my family is planning to sacrifice me. I don't know when they're going to sacrifice me. But that's why they take black people, your own family members. You sell out a family member and do evil and make them the black sheep. We know too much. We know the truth. We speak the truth. And then, you make everybody hate that person to cover up the fact that, you sold out and turned against your family. And strangers get treated more like family than me. I'm just completely X'd out of the family, like kicked out and not welcome. Me being a targeted individual, I'm not afraid and I'm not too shy and scared to speak out against my family members gang stalking me. Now, the other family members, they're not in contact with me, And if Star Bricker wouldn't have tapped my twin sister on the shoulder, and which she admitted that she did, you ain't going to just so happen to... No, you willfully went and looked for my twin sister and hunted for her. Just like you went to hunt for where I work at Sky Zone. And Star Bricker, and you went and called them up. And you went and called up the freaking Super 6 motel and called them up too. So... So the family members, make everybody hate you. So to cover up the fact that they sold them their souls, and put you in a program, and you getting all this persecution, torture, harassment, and abuse, and not allowed to have any vindication, closure, or healing. You're not allowed to speak out. All your rights are robbed from you by people who don't have authority over you, and then they make you out to be a mental patient. They pick arguments and fights with you and perp you. And then when you stand up to them, or when you call them out on perping you, then they start to make jail threats. And then a possibility that, okay, the police gets involved, foster or biological family, police get involved. And then next thing you know, you end up being a victim of, and being like scarred by police brutality. And they try to make like you mentally ill, and they don't, and they will feel no remorse if you got shot and killed by the police. Darius Tarver, who was Quentin Tarver's cousin, they try to make him out to look like he was crazy and on drugs, and the police shot and killed him, and the family sacrificed him, and they got paid off. So. And I remember my own twin sister made that statement. You see that GoFundMe up that you got up there? You might want to keep it up there for your burial. But then she wants to talk about, Candy speaks ill of the dead, or she's wishing death on. She's wishing death on a cancer patient and stuff like that. These perps, they freaking stalk and follow me and abuse me without consequences. They get rewarded rather than consequences. But here I'm getting persecuted and abused in society for no damn reason at all. Just bullied, and I'm showing the tactics. So, and I just prefer to, be able to talk things out, and I don't like to hold in my anger. I don't like to suppress my anger, and I have difficulty coping, and I can never get really any support, because when people make complaints about me, everybody's all ears, but when I make a complaint about somebody, nobody wants to hear it. So if y'all are watching this video towards the end, any of y'all, I'm going to put in a questionnaire. No, I'm not going to do that. I'll do that for another video. So I'm going to do that questionnaire video first and then upload this one, because that one's going to be a short video. And I filled out that questionnaire, and emailed it. So, I have footage, and y'all still gaslight and deny my footage of gang stalking and say that I'm a fake TI and a mental fraud and stuff like that. Or they falsely accuse me of playing both sides when I never perped anybody. And I never defended any gang stalkers either. So... I have a right to express my emotions and feelings. And then if you consider a mental patient, you're not allowed to, in a mental hospital and stuff, you're not allowed, or in society, you're not allowed to express negative emotions. But in my case, I'm not allowed to express my happiness either. If I do what makes me happy, oh, you're not supposed to do that, or that's inappropriate. I can't even laugh. I can't even smile. I can't even express joy or elation. To be elated or, happy or excited or something, oh, Candy, that's inappropriate behavior. So I'm supposed to walk around with just no emotion. And then if I have show no emotion, then you want to say, oh, she's psychotic. Or she's, and I'm a very emotional person. So if I cry, a narcissistic abuser try to forcefully order me to shut up and quit crying. And they want to try to make me frightened to speak out against what's being done to me. And they want to try to make it like, oh, she's a constant complainer and a constant victim. Well, y'all keep constantly harassing and bullying me. And y'all might as well say the same thing, that we're in this program until we die, until we blood sacrificed. And y'all make a whole lot of money off of us. And I'm just trying to survive day to day. I'm not trying to be greedy. I'm not trying to dream for anything big or huge or nothing like that. I don't care for a huge house anymore like I used to when I was younger. I was just trying to ask for help to get back on my feet so I can get like a dependable car. And, I don't care if it's a small, tiny little 1-bedroom cottage to live in. As long as I'm just freaking at peace and quiet. I thought I envisioned my adulthood to be successful. And, for me to be successful, married with children. I used to feel like I wanted, a luxury car. I used to dream of that 3-story house with a I used to dream of a 3-story house with an indoor pool and jacuzzi and maybe a garden and some fruit trees and stuff like that. And to have I had no idea that the world was like this, and I did not realize in order to live like that it would cost you your soul. I was younger and didn't know any better. But now it's like, it's frightening to be on the streets, and I'm scared every night on the streets. And then the perps try to make like as if I'm just crazy and put myself there for no reason, when it's actually they community mobbed me out of my place multiple times, me being forced to move from state to state or city to city. Did not realize I was gang stalked. And my own twin sister, the biological sister Ramona, and the biological brother Pete used it against me and throw it in my face about how I move around from state to state with no family or friends. And I didn't realize, and the biological aunt Yvonne tried to say, oh, you can't keep running, And people would try to bully, harass, and lecture me about running away from my problems and stuff. So I'm not a troublemaker. I don't even try to cause trouble. And I'm just angry every day about being treated unfair. And I'm denied rights, and people think it's okay and acceptable to choose favoritism and choose respect of persons, so I thought I was going to be successful in my career field. And I would have never dreamed to be forced to live this life. And I also ended up homeless because of being attacked and tortured with the directed energy weapons and the vibrating. And they vibrate my organs to the point where it's freaking excruciating pain. It hurts. Noise hurts my ears. I do not know. I am not sure if I am implanted, if I'm microchipped. But some people say it sounds like I am because of my hypersensitive ears and hypersensitivity and stuff like that with the foster care experimentation. Like they hid from me what they did, what they possibly did to me, and all those childhood surgeries. You know, so we didn't ask for this to grow up. And I'm trying to get my twin sister to understand that I love her and want to be able to reconcile and sit down and tell her and other family members and show them the truth. This is not a game. I'm not playing around. Y'all are going to wait till after I'm dead to decide that you believe me. And this is not right. You'll believe a stranger over your own doggone twin or your own sister, brother, child, whatever, parent, your own relative trying to wake you up to the truth and tell you what's going on. I'm not mentally unstable or crazy.